So I sent through the gymnastics.
I've got one or two there.
Yeah, through that one, that one's heavy.
Because there was just like
Just not the message.
Your fatty.
Almost as big as you. Lengthwise.
Yeah. It's pretty big. Can I put you down? In class. Please?
How was the Royal Easter show?
Good.
Was it?
No show bags allowed. That was
I guess the kids were disappointed. Yeah.
and of course we couldn't meet them at Penrith for dinner, which would have been nice.
Yeah, if we were staying at Panther.
Yeah.
Quality Inn or something?
Quality Inn.
Yeah. Is that on a corner? Am I thinking of the right one?
Yeah. Near Hungry Jack's.
Yeah. Not too bad? Was the accommodation good?
Yeah.
How was your playlist?
Thank you.
Oh,
Not
that's
the
right. It was a bit mixed.
There was 2 cartoons.
Stop it. What? Cartoons?
No, there was only 2.
Shush.
Louie and
Oh,
Louie and this dog show.
a dog show? I probably wouldn't know it. I'm not up to date on the latest cartoons. It's
Alright.
pretty cool though.
Do you just want to go in while I talk to the ladies for a minute?
Yeah. Rubbish up.
Watch a cartoon or something?
Dad.
Is it started?
Are you recording?
Yeah,
Yeah.
always.
Just wanted to let you know I don't give consent for that. Same.
Look, I go along this every time, especially I've said it to you. No, listen, do you know the Act? You know the Act? So the last part of it says to legally protect myself, I can record at any time. So please don't tell me you don't give consent because it doesn't
Well,
matter.
legally, that's what I have to do to protect myself.
It's not protecting you. No, legally, I have to record to protect
Because
myself.
you feel threatened.
No, I don't feel threatened. We are threatened by you. Yeah? You sent coppers to our house to break our bones. You don't find that threatening? And we had to sue
We
for
had
it?
this conversation already.
Yeah, I know. So,
Yeah. So I do
and you said you're a
remember it.
different kind of worker, right? So I've got a video for you to watch today.
I don't really want to watch a video. I just want to have a
No,
conversation.
but it's about child safety. So you'd want to watch it, and you wanted more evidence to say that that I'm not some kind of risk. So it's about minute 30 video that you can watch.
Tell me what it is first.
Oh, I'm
I'll
not-
tell you if I've seen it or not.
No, you wouldn't have seen it.
Okay.
Definitely wouldn't have seen
Okay.
it.
Well, I came here today because I just wanted to talk to Gemma about getting
Yeah,
the kids
and-
into
and
some activities.
I spoke to a lawyer, and that's our job as parents to decide what
course.
activities they do, not yours.
Yeah, and that's-
So when you come in and manipulate a family and try and offer things like Gemma's a single parent, and you wanted to go 5 different directions so you can get involved.
I asked what the kids wanted to do and what their interests were.
Yes. So that's our job as parents to decide what their interests are. That's what the court order says, right? We get those decision making, so it's not yours, right? So I spoke to a lawyer, and they say that
So I can
it doesn't
know.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter because
No, I
you've
don't have to
spoken
tell
to
you
them.
anything
No,
because
you don't, but
you were trying to seek evidence. What evidence I have, that's underhanded
the
to.
conversation I was coming to have
Yes,
today.
I know.
That's what you're assuming
know.
based on the past experiences you've had. I
No,
get it.
you said you're different. I want you to watch this video. And they said that you're not really clear on what you want, and you should come with an old, very old report. And Gemma just done 2 services, yeah?
Yeah, and I was
That's-
actually going to talk about
Yeah.
closure today, but you preempted me.
No,
So I don't know
I'm
if
not
we can have a
preempting anything.
productive
I'm
conversation.
doing what I do, and that's defend my family. I've
And I
always
expect
done that.
you to as parents, both of you.
And like you've made a lot of accusations coming in, and I don't appreciate it.
Okay.
You know,
It's
like
good that you've sought legal advice, and we spoke about it last time. I just don't want to have the same conversation.
no, they said that the court orders. Why do you want to change them?
I just wanted to talk about the kids that are here that aren't in the family units. We've got Harley here. Are you getting paid to have her? Because there's still a payment being received by your mum, and I just wanted to make sure you're getting all of that, so you've got that money.
At the moment, we have a personal agreement with Belmar.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you getting enough money though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's all I want to know, to make sure that stuff is. I'm not here to go on and over about the court orders. I know what's I don't want to be going around in circles with you. I
Yep.
just want to make sure everything is as it should be. As I said, my conversation today was going to be more around closure, but you've preempted, you're upset, and I
I'm not upset.
understand.
No, because this is harassment when you come with an old report, and it is actually maybe a year historical, and the AVO and the charges, the police had no evidence to follow through the charges. The last one was that I stand on the kids when I'm here and belt them.
Yeah, that's an old one that I know Gemma has said she had to then go and do work around that report, and that's what we're trying not to do this time. Not having to do that.
I'm just personally, as a human being, have you got that video?
Yeah.
Can you show the video? Because I'm tired of it. Since I was 19, yous have made an accusation against me, and I don't say yous as in you or you personally. Let's make that very clear.
I've had many conversations with my managers about how intrusive it has been for you.
Do you know, I haven't messaged you once because yous would claim that that's some kind of mental illness. So, no.
Yeah, I get
No.
that's how people have done that in the past, because I've looked at that stuff.
I'm not.
I don't want to do that.
I'm not ready to play any kind of
Yeah,
game.
you don't have to.
I'm at the minute in litigation, and I'll be seeking my next litigation after that, because what those ladies done can't be done to children or families. And
I'm so aware of it, I promise you.
What
I've
I'm
been
trying to say
saying
to you,
to
just
my
say-
managers, I don't want
just
to
say
do that.
Barry wants to do football and Illy wants to do football, and we know country football. One could be in Orange, one could be in Dubbo. So when you come in here and make suggestions,
I asked about how that would look, even getting the kids to train in.
Yep.
What would that look like?
well,
So they're not really
think-
suggestions, they're me asking.
but they are. This is what I've said. Docs comes in and undermines parents. So children think that they're the parent, and the parent is not. And do you know what they told me? Use of the authority. They told my kids use of the authority. No,
Only while there's
Yous aren't.
legal orders in place.
yous are not the authority.
What?
Yous are public servants. Yous are not an authority over anyone, you know?
The perspective I come from, and I think I tried to explain this with you before, is about supporting your family so we can get out. Get in, do what we have to do to support you so that you can do it. Check in with Gemma. If they're training different days, can you do this? Get in as briefly as you can and get out. I can't undo what has happened for your family, which has been traumatic and intrusive. I acknowledge that, and these are conversations I've had talking about, I don't want to do this again. So how do we do it in the best way possible so that you guys are set up, we can go away, and then we can say, this is what we did, this is how it worked. So if another report comes in that may be malicious, we've got the positive evidence to not even potentially have to respond in the future.
Well,
Does that make sense?
The lady
though?
turned up here that owns this house on Gemma about 3 nights ago, and the police had to be called because she
I
was
thought
smashing.
You hadn't been around.
She was
So
smashing all the tenants' stuff over the fence.
Oh.
But the first thing that she said to Gemma on walking in is, "Hey, bitch, I'm home. I'm gonna
Lovely.
fucking get you," you know.
Lovely, yeah. Well,
So, like,
nothing's
I'm
come
personally,
through, and if it does, I can be aware of that.
I'm personally tired,
Yeah.
and it's only facts that has empowered people, like the anonymous helpline. That is an absolute travesty, because you could make your own report, walk around the desk and action that report, which has been done previously. I know, I have the proof,
If it's,
I have the
it depends
receipts.
on, there's, I know you know little bits, but there's ins and outs of it that I don't think you understand.
Mate,
and I don't
they
think it's
done things
productive.
like said, "Do you want us to lock this worker out of your file?" Only to lock it so no one else could see what was happening within that file.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not finished with Wagga,
Yeah.
St Mary's.
Yeah,
I
and
could
don't
go
want
through
you
a
have
list.
to do that here. I really don't. I know you don't believe me because in the past it's been not just for you, for Gemma, for your children, and you have many children who have all had this experience, but in different ways, right? There's
Yep.
been a lot of, and it's not great. I don't want to do that to you. And I can't make up for what other people have done. I can apologise for if things weren't done correctly.
The police made me take down, and the judge made me take down stealing the apology in traditional dress from Nara and get my 8-year-old son to film it. I don't feel like there's any apology that you could give me that could solve.
What's been done.
No,
Yeah, and I get it. I do. Like, I know you think I'm just saying I get it.
it's like I said, my worker, the day after she took my kids with a strike fill, sent me a thing from her partner's Facebook to say I was a rat.
I don't want to keep going
So
on
why
about
does
with
she?
your kids
But why does
standing
she
here.
still work there? And Belinda McGivern and Tiffany
know,
Black. I could go through the list of
Well,
names.
there's
I could
people
go
that
through a
are
list of
gone.
names.
There are people that are gone that because of certain
Yeah.
reasons, which I can't
No,
talk
one of the
about.
girls ran straight to Queensland because she was called out for stalking me to my psych evaluation with the kids.
I don't want to talk about it with your kids here. They have been, look, I know that it's caused you hurt and that's why you want to continue to talk about it, but I don't think
No,
it's,
but for us, it's a
they're gonna
continued pressure.
relive it as well.
You know, it's a continued pressure.
It's,
Like, you standing here, your faces could change. Next week, you'll manage a caseworker and you're the caseworker, and next week,
no,
your
'cause
friend
I hate
is...
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
no.
go for that in any workplace, government or not.
Man, I've been switched out. I had to deal with a court case where only workers were known as A, B and C. So, where do we live? Like, is this democratic Australia? If people buy a private house, is there a limit with the New South Wales government to how many people can live in a house?
No, but
No,
it's
there
like-
isn't. No.
There's not. But when
What
we come
law?
in and I'm trying to support you to make sure there are enough beds and get in an extra mattress because you've got two little ones that are going to need one soon.
Yep.
I know you've had those experiences. I cannot apologise enough for that. I don't want to be here forever. I don't want to do what you've already
Like I
done
said,
in
I'm
numerous
gonna
offices
sue-
with new. You can do
I'm gonna
that.
sue
That's within
next.
your right, and you've got your, your solicitor that you can talk to about that.
So for me, personally, I've got someone like this lady next door who's made a report and yous are out here furthering their harassment.
I haven't even heard about it.
It doesn't matter, the report
But now
about
you've
dog
told
food
me-
or the report about standing
But
on
now
the
that
children.
you've told me that there's this
You don't
is
know
why
the report before this
this
was I was
is-
feeding Gemma dog food in a cage. Like,
I didn't read that.
there has to be...
And this is why when I'm talking and communicating, I've got the heads up. So if it comes in, I go, when I was there, they've said this happened. So we can not worry about it. If and when it happens, and I know you've had issues with her before.
I know a lot of
Yeah.
people have got to cover their asses within facts. I know there's about 1,200 officers across the entirety of the state, and I know that they all meet for little meetings, and they've got little groups between here and St Mary's and here and Wagga, and man, I've listed it all.
I can't really comment
I've
on
got-
that stuff
I've
because I
listed
don't
it all.
think it's relevant.
I've gone.
to
It is to me.
conversation
I've
right
gone
now.
through and watched docs workers and fax doctors and members of parliament who are on NGOs. That's a non-governmental organisation, so why is all the governmental workers going there as a little pastime? You know, I'm tired of.
Oh, well, I'm not sure what you're
system.
talking about when you say that, so
I
I
do.
can't.
Do you know Betty Craig or Betty Craig from Wagga?
No, and that's to me. I know that impacts you. I can see it when you talk about it. But I think if we continue to have these conversations, it's going to prolong how long. I was going to come and talk. So Gemma, what are you doing well? What are your strengths as a parent? Let's look at closing. That's what I was here to talk about.
So
I was
when
going
we-
to ask,
when
has
we-
Dane been here? What's the go?
When Jem left Penrith, we had the discussion with Vanessa about how I did 2 years of visits, and I had to record them because people were putting underhanded stuff in the reports to say that I said stuff. So I recorded, and guess what? Everyone said you can't record, and I said, well, I'm recording right now. Yeah. So in the
Because
end,
it is illegal,
in the
whether
end-
it's in a professional or private capacity.
so the visit place we're going to, the two women who run that were ex-docks workers from down in Wollongong who are just making money off children's souls, man, you know, and writing what the docks workers want to suit their case in court. I'm tired as a
I don't
human
know, I
being.
can't comment on that stuff. I really can't.
If you've worked in this industry that long, you know what I'm saying is a fact and it's not a fiction.